So let's go ahead and get started for PanCAN PurpleStride Kickoff 2023. If you haven't heard me say it before, as you enter the room, you have the control to mute yourself. So please do so for the duration of the program. But we're so excited. Good evening and welcome to our PanCAN PurpleStride Kickoff for 2023. We are thrilled to have you here from all across the country. I love seeing folks dropping where they will be striding in the chat, from St. Louis to Houston to Philly, as we all count down to April 29th and our favorite event of the year, PurpleStride. Once again this year, we will all be striding together, all on one big day, turning our communities purple, raising awareness, and raising funds to help create a world in which all pancreatic cancer patients will thrive. My name is Kevin Sims. I'm with PanCAN, everybody. And as I mentioned, I am thrilled to be with you tonight. And I will say one of the big reasons is because I get to share the stage with our co-host. Joelle Hervis is the volunteer affiliate chair from our Broward Palm Beach affiliate. And like so many of you, she is a PurpleStride participant and a team captain. Joelle, good evening and welcome.
Hi, Kevin. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for having me as your co-host today.
Absolutely. You've got your purple. I love it. We're all purpled out. And everybody, Joelle, here, I know, is here because of somebody that they love. Maybe it's their dad who is a survivor, or a sister that has passed, or a husband that is in the fight right now. So we want to honor all of them. And we invite everybody on the call to drop the name of your loved one in the chat with a purple heart emoji. We want to know who brought you to PanCAN. And Joelle, I know for you, that person was your grandma, your abuela, Martina. So do you mind sharing just a little bit of your story?
No, thank you so much, Kevin, for the opportunity to talk a little bit about one of the most important people in my life. Unfortunately, we lost my grandmother to pancreatic cancer in 2017, and I wanted to find a way to honor her. She was a very giving person. So I was looking online, I found PurpleStride, I got my family together and we started a team. And it was at the first PurpleStride that we attended after her passing that we found such a sense of community. It felt like we weren't alone on this island after having endured what we did. And it gave us so much hope, especially seeing the survivors. And that's when we started, kept going with Team Martina's heart. And also it inspired me to get even more involved with PanCAN.
Yeah, you went there looking for something and you found that hope in that PurpleStride community, Joelle. Thank you. And thank all of you for every name that's being listed in the chat right now. I hope you know that you have this PanCAN family on your side, just exactly like what Joelle found. Speaking of the chat, by the way, we do have a PanCAN team, Allison and Renee, helping us out as chat monitors tonight. So they'll be answering your questions and talking to you in the chat box. And then behind the scenes with some tech assistance is Paula. So you might hear me talk to Paula, or you might hear her name as well. But let's get started, because tonight is all about growing together. One of the definitions of the word grow is to become larger or greater over a period of time. So the period of time that we are going to focus on is the next 3 months. That's right, 3 months, gang, from now through the end of April, April 29th to be exact. How do we plant those seeds now to grow together, to grow PanCAN's mission, Joelle?
Yes, and the next 3 months starts right now with all of us here together. Over the next 30 minutes, we're going to do the following. We're going to get inspired with survivor stories, and by celebrating our latest progress, we're going to get growing. So we'll talk about how you can grow your team, your fundraising, and ultimately PanCAN's mission. And finally, we're going to get rewarded. One of my favorites. We'll talk about some of the fun stuff you'll see at PurpleStride and the cool stuff you can earn. But first, Kevin, I want to talk about the best kind of growth.
The best kind of growth. I think I know exactly what you're talking about. We're going to launch a poll, however, to see if everybody else knows what we're talking about. When I say the number 12, What comes to your mind? Here it is, our choices. Please vote. Is it a dozen eggs that also currently cost $12?
Seriously.
Are you still in the holiday spirit and it's 12 drummers drumming? Are you looking forward to the next holiday? Maybe it's a dozen roses. Or perhaps, just perhaps, what's on your mind is increase to 12%. What comes to mind when you say that? The polls coming in, one I can tell you already is already leaps and bounds in the front, and it is not that $12 dozen eggs for sure. Let's go ahead and end it and share results if we can. And absolutely, 88% folks go with the increase to 12%. Why is that? Well, because just last week, it was announced that the 5-year survival rate for pancreatic cancer climbed another percentage point to 12%. Now that, of course, remains too low, and that is why PanCAN is pushing to get that number to 20% by the year 2030. That is our goal. But keep in mind that extra percent represents, from 11 to 12, represents hundreds of birthdays a year that will be celebrated. And that growth could not and would not happen without all of you, our PurpleStride community. It means so much to us. But I think enough for me. I think it's best to hear directly from a survivor what it means to them. So let's bring in survivor Joy Hines. Joy, this year, will be a 19-year survivor. Welcome, Joy. Good to have you.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, and Joy, if I understand correctly from what I saw on your personal page, when you were diagnosed back in 2004, that survival rate was 5%. So how do you feel when you hear it says that climbed to 12%?
Well, unfortunately, there's still a lot of work to be done. You know, I feel very blessed to have been part of that 5%. And that's what inspires me to be a part of the PurpleStride and part of the PanCAN family. Because I want more people to be blessed and there to be, you know, we got to get to that higher percentage rate. 12% it's great, but it's still not good enough. We still got a long way to go.
You are doing your part. You are decked out in purple tonight, Joy. You are team captain of Joy's Believers out of PurpleStride Louisville. And PurpleStride, I will say, is your thing. You bring a crowd, you bring the energy, and I see already that you've also brought the donations this year already, $8,000 to your team. So what inspires you to grow your team and your fundraising year after year?
Well, Kevin, it's just part of being part of the PanCAN family. PanCAN it leads the way. We wouldn't be at that 12% if it wasn't for the work of PanCAN and their aggressive vision and all the services that they offer. And being a part of your local PurpleStride helps bring the community together and raise funds. And that's what it's all about. And I want there to be more survivors. I want to hear about more survivors and more people being blessed and being the exception. And that's what PanCAN's about. And that's what Joy's Believers. We believe in a cure. That's what we chant every year at the Louisville PurpleStride. And it's just bringing that community awareness and raising funds.
Joy, thank you for all you do. Also, a recent inductee, I believe, into the Kentucky, if I get this right, Kentucky Cross Country and Track Hall of Fame as a coach.
Yes.
Awesome. Wow. Congratulations, Joy.
You.
Thank you for everything you do for PurpleStride and PanCAN. We appreciate it.
Right. Thank you, Kevin.
So Joelle, let's talk about the big day. Here we go. The reason that we are all here tonight, and whether you are a veteran participant who's been striding with us for years, or this is your first year, welcome and thank you. Thank you for making a commitment to pancreatic cancer, because we cannot wait to be together, Joelle.
Yes, Kevin, we are counting down the days to Saturday, April 29th, when we will have 60 PanCAN PurpleStride events coast to coast. That's the coolest thing about this, is that you know your Purple family is waking up with you no matter where they are and feeling that same excitement.
I love that feeling. And it looks sort of just like this, right? Tons of smiles, lots of high fives. And just that feeling, knowing that you and your friends and family members are a part of something great, a part of something big. You mentioned coast to coast tonight, right? We've already talked about some of the cities I saw earlier. We have some first-time striders in Salt Lake City. We have Daniel's crew going to PurpleStride Los Angeles. Joelle, do you have any traditions that you do on PurpleStride morning or PurpleStride day?
Well, PurpleStride is really a big rally. So I like to rally my team before I head out to help my affiliate put on the event. I text them and I reach out and get them all excited for the amazing event that we're about to be part of.
Yeah, you rally your team, and we're gonna have some more stuff on rally here in just a bit, Joelle. We want to thank our national sponsor for supporting us in big ways. So thank you to our national sponsor this year, Grail. Along with sponsorships like this one and all of your fundraising, last year, you raised $15.8 million through PurpleStride. That is an incredible amount. It was our first time back in person since the pandemic. I hope you feel proud that you are funding incredible patient services and groundbreaking research. And as your amazing fundraising grows, that allows PanCAN to grow our mission. Our one-on-one free patient services had another record year last year, gang, with more than 47,500 calls or emails to patients and families last year. That includes almost 20,000 new contacts. Patient services will match those families with a dedicated case manager, and then that guides them through everything from questions to ask their doctor, to questions about clinical trials, to diet and nutrition. And all of this is made possible by you, our PurpleStride supporters, in your fundraising. For example, when you set a goal and you raise just $200, that can connect 10 patients to this free one-on-one case manager that they may need. Incredible work, everybody. Also exciting, last year, PanCAN made its biggest investment in research to date, $25 million, growing our total research investment to date to $174 million. I get goosebumps. We are currently funding 25 different research grants at institutions all across the country, Joelle. It's one of my favorite things that we do.
Truly amazing. And the best part of what you just shared is that all of us play a big part in funding that work. And Kevin, you talked about growing. So this year we are growing. The numbers don't lie. For 2023, our goal as a nation is to raise $19 million. And I know we can absolutely do this, but it will take each and every one of us, all 70,000 participants that we want to recruit, register, and welcome to PurpleStride. Each of your individual PurpleStride events has a goal for both fundraising and participants, and we encourage team captains and participants to set goals for themselves. After all, sometimes it's easier to look at it in bite-sized pieces. So we encourage every team to have at least 12 members. And if you need help remembering that number, just think of that amazing feat of reaching a 12% 5-year survival rate this year. We want teams of 12 for 12%. Now, that doesn't mean you can't be a team of 1 or 2, just that it's more fun to recruit friends and family to support you in your efforts and to join you on PurpleStride. I know I get super excited every time I see my family and friends there with me. So who should you reach out to? Speaking of family and friends, your family members, co-workers, neighbors, people in your church or synagogue, or maybe it's your friends from social media whom you've never met in person, but they want to help you and support you. Once you grow your team, we encourage each participant to set a personal fundraising goal of at least $200. That's just 20 $10 donations. It's that simple.
I love that. And I'll tell you what, to prove how simple it is to start, Joelle, I'm going to randomly choose 5 people who join the call tonight and donate $10 to their personal page just to kickstart their fundraising and get them to their goal. Joelle gang was talking about goals, and setting goals is so important. It just puts that stake in the ground and shows your circle that this is something you're passionate about. And that's exactly what caught my eye about our next guest. Kristen Weiss-Fiddler from PurpleStride, Maryland. Kristen is the team captain of Ryan's Warriors, And in their first year as a team, they have set a goal of $100,000. Ryan, the warrior, is her husband, diagnosed just last fall. Kristen, good evening. I appreciate you joining.
Good evening, Kevin. Thank you.
Absolutely. I will spare you my singing, but it also happens to be your birthday this evening. So happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yes, you found PurpleStride, Kristen, just online, I believe, a few days after Ryan was diagnosed. I'm going to go back to my goosebumps because this also gives me goosebumps every time I hear you talk about the connection between PurpleStride and you and Ryan. Do you mind sharing that?
Not at all. So yeah, within about 48 hours of receiving this terrifying diagnosis and feeling like I was in a free fall, I thankfully not only found PanCAN online with its incredible patient and caregiver support services, but I saw that this big fundraising event, PurpleStride, would be happening in 2023, and it would be held around the country on April 29th. And that date just so happens to be our 7th wedding anniversary. And so in that moment, I knew that this was what I was meant to be focusing on, a goal to move us forward. And I was no longer free falling. It was like PurpleStride was this parachute that caught me and guided me to a purpose. So I immediately registered our team and our name, Ryan's Warriors, and I got to work in warrior mode.
True warrior mode. So tonight's your birthday. You're here with us. PurpleStride's on your wedding anniversary. You'll be with us. So I need to find the next family occasion and book you for that one too, Kristen. But the fact that you guys are celebrating your wedding anniversary on April 29th was with us. When you signed up and you set that goal at $100,000, and I will say in just a few short months, you have raised over $37,000 of that. So do you mind kind of telling us and sharing some of your tips? Because that can be daunting for a lot of folks just to get to $500. So how did you get started and what's worked for you, Kristen?
Absolutely. First and foremost, communicate from the heart. What matters to you, your passion, your energy, it'll come through and resonate with others as a call to action. So, make your communications personal. This is personal. It's not just about dollar amounts and raising money. It's about galvanizing your community with purpose and momentum at a time when it's hard to know, what to do or how to help. And so we made sure to cast the widest, most inclusive net possible because friends, family, colleagues are literally spread out geographically everywhere these days. For us, our network spans the globe from Oregon to London and everywhere in between. And we wanted to spread the word that you don't have to physically be with us on Saturday, April 29th to be on our team or to be part of PurpleStride. You can join our team from anywhere, get outside, wear purple, and walk on April 29th and raise awareness everywhere. We also recognize that donations can and should come in all sizes. We wanted everyone to feel included no matter what amount they could contribute. So we clearly spelled out different yet meaningful personal donation levels. For example, $7 to celebrate our 7th wedding anniversary, $44 in honor of Ryan's upcoming 44th birthday, and of course, $100 to celebrate the way that Ryan shows up 100% of the time for all of the people in his life. So make the ask accessible and attach it to something that they can connect with. Lastly, financial contributions may not be possible for some folks, or even if it is possible, it just seems like a fleeting one-time transaction. And for some, they really want to contribute in a way that feels more impactful and longer lasting. But you don't have to have all of those ideas. Allow your friends and family to come up with concepts that likely already align with something that they're doing in their regular lives. So for example, our neighbor is a yoga instructor, and she offered to donate her time leading a 7-week donation-based warrior yoga series. We have a dear friend who owns a pizza shop. I had asked him if we could do a one-time happy hour fundraiser on a Friday. And he said, yeah, sure. Yeah, we can do that, but I can do better. And they're offering a charity pizza, Ryan's Supreme Warrior Pizza, for the entire month of December. And then they rolled it into January, and all of the proceeds are going to PanCAN and PurpleStride. So I would never have thought of a yoga series or a whole charity pizza on my own. So be open to ideas that might not be yours and allow others to lead. That's where your fundraising work will really get some legs, and you'll raise awareness and support far beyond what you might think is possible. So Kevin, I'll close by saying this. If you lead with passion, others will easily and happily fall right into step.
Kristen, thank you. You're getting a lot of love in the chat.
Thanks,
nobody
everybody.
has asked what is on Ryan's Warrior Supreme Pizza.
Basically everything.
And did he get to pick it? Everything.
Yeah, he had to say, but it was pretty much everything.
Well, thank you, Kristen. Happy birthday.
Thank
And we're so excited to have you and can't wait to party with you at PurpleStride on April 29th. So thank you. Team, like I mentioned, tons of love in the chat, but just to repeat where Kristen has found success, she set that goal. She put that stake in the ground. It's an ambitious goal, but they're making it, and is inviting everyone to join in achieving it. No matter where they live, they can register, sign up for free, and support you. She's making the ask, right? She's inviting people to give what they can. I love that, but tying it to their personal story. $7 for their 7th wedding anniversary, $44 for Ryan's 44th birthday. And finally, she's being creative. She's putting the fun and fundraising, going out to her network and encouraging them to do what they love, because she knows that the fundraising ultimately funds very serious things. So Joelle, I think it's just been, that's incredible. But speaking of fun, we have a great challenge for everyone on this call as well.
Yes, Kevin. Who couldn't use some more purple in their closet? I mean, I know I'll take all the purple and PanCAN gear that I can get. So we've got some rally gear for event day this year that PanCAN has never put out before. Some people call this a bandana or a buff, but this is our official rally gear. You can wear it as a headband, a neck wrap, a face mask, a hair scrunchie, a bracelet. I mean, you name it. This thing has a ton of uses, and it will be perfect for PurpleStride Day. And starting tonight through February 8th, anybody can earn it by fundraising or making a self-donation of $50. Again, this challenge is officially kicked off, and you're the first to hear of it, so you're getting an exclusive here. But you must first raise $50 from now through 11:59 p.m. Pacific time on Wednesday, February 8th. That's it. And then your PanCAN rally gear will be shipped directly to you.
So I have to start growing out my hair now to wear it as a scrunchie on April 29th, Joelle. But
yes, and I would like a picture of that.
But when you raise that $50 for our rally wear, that not only gets you that, but it also means that you have also raised enough money for this year's PanCAN PurpleStride t-shirt that you all voted on in December. Here's the winning design, your 2023 shirt. Note that the design here matches the rally wear, the little hearts. So I definitely love how these are going to fit together. And don't forget, each person who wants a shirt needs to be registered and raise or self-donate $50 on their personal page. But I love this shirt, Joelle.
Oh, it's fabulous. And of course, PurpleStriders are overachievers. So if you grow your own fundraising and hit the $1,000 mark, you get this year's Grand Club hoodie. Listen, I'm a Grand Club member. As you see, I am rocking my latest Grand Club gear, and I really want this new one. We've had over 2,500 Grand Club members last year. So thank you to those that hit this level.
Yeah, I love this, Joelle. And so let's hear it for our Grand Club members. If that is you, We want to see you. So put your favorite emoji in the chat box or in your Zoom box. Just drop an emoji for us. And thank you, Grand Club members, for all you do. By the way, teams with a Grand Club member on them typically raise, get this, 10 times as much money than those who do not have a Grand Club member. So do the math, 10 members, all Grand Club members, you've got a team of $10,000. Pretty incredible. Want to challenge your team and grow even more? Look at all those Grand Club members in the chat box. I love it. Want to challenge your team, maybe grow even more? Well, challenge them to get your team name printed on the back of your event t-shirt. Mark down this deadline, Sunday, March 19th. If you're one of the top 10 teams at 11:59 Pacific time, your team name will be included on the back. Maybe you want to grow into a passion or elite team. Find out more on your PurpleStride website. I've put a picture here underneath the event deadlines drop down, but passion teams get access to a special area, score a team sign and some swag. And if you hit the elite level, you get your own team tent. Deadline for both of these is at 11:59 Pacific time on Sunday, April 9th. So what are some of the easiest ways to help you reach those levels? Kristen had great advice, everybody, but there are a couple of tested, proven ways as well, just really quick wins. Everything here can be done through your PurpleStride dashboard, which everybody gets their own dashboard when you register, and then you log into it. Make a personal donation of any amount. That kickstarts your fundraising and shows your supporters that you're willing to take that first step. Customize your personal page, just like Kristen did. Add your picture, your story. That way, when people find you, they learn why you're involved and why it means something to you. Connect to Facebook Fundraiser. Time and time again, Facebook stretches your network, but be sure to connect through your dashboard to ensure it counts towards your fundraising page. And if Facebook is not your thing, no worries. You can post your link to your page on other social media sites like LinkedIn or Instagram. Finally, call, text, send supporters emails or handwritten notes. Make the ask like Kristen says. People are busy, so typically it takes 3 reminders, but I guarantee you they won't give if you don't ask. Earlier, we mentioned our national sponsor, Grail, but we also want to thank these local sponsors, everybody within your communities. These folks have signed on at our early at our top level. It's called the Premier Sponsor level. So thank you to each and every one of them for supporting us and signing on early at different local PurpleStride events. And also to these gold sponsors who've committed early. If you know a company that might be interested in getting involved with your local PurpleStride, whether that's through a sponsorship or forming a team, or maybe both, please let us know. There's a sponsorship contact on your local PurpleStride website, or if you know your local staff partner, you can work with them or reach out to your local affiliate as well. But we'd love to bring sponsors on or corporate teams. All right, Joelle, over to you.
Yes, thank you, Kevin. Okay, everybody, we are so excited for the next 3 months and to see just how much we can grow. I have no doubt that we can hit the 19 million and go far beyond that. Remember, we're overachievers. But to do that, we need you. So here are the 3 things we want everyone to do. Sign up for PurpleStride. As Kevin said, it's free to register. And if you're already registered, invite a friend, get them signed up. Remember, teams of 12 to represent the 12% 5-year survival rate. And don't forget our fun challenge. When you raise $50 between now and February 8th, you will get both the special rally gear, which is multi-purpose fundana or buff, and earn you this year's PurpleStride t-shirt, which remember they match. So you can be looking real stylish at PurpleStride this year if you get both. Finally, spread your excitement using hashtag PanCAN PurpleStride. It's a great way to show your support, get the word out, and possibly introduce this great event to someone new. You never know.
I love it, Joelle. This is you, I think, last year at PurpleStride Broward Palm Beach.
With
so
my hubby.
with your husband.
Supporters.
I love it.
Hi, Michael. Well, I think he's in here somewhere.
Is he? Rallying and cheering you on all the time, isn't he? Joelle, thank you. Joy Hines in Louisville, thank you. Kristen in PurpleStride, Maryland, thank you. And thank all of you for everything you are doing for your local PurpleStride and ultimately for PanCAN's mission. We cannot wait to see you on April 29th. If you have not registered yet, it is free to do so. Go to purplestride.org and find your city or join us nationally at PurpleStride USA. Thank you, everybody. Here's to a wonderful purple next couple of months. See you on April 29th. Good evening.
Bye.